Welcome back to the channel, Rich family. So today, it's time for another elite build, and this one's going to be coming out to the 2-way, 3-level shot creator, also known as the #1 lockdown defender build in NBA 2K25 on next gen. Now this is a small forward build that will take your game to new heights with its versatility, scoring, and defensive presence. So before we dive into the details, I just gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. So if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I will definitely be sure to get back to you with a response. So to get started with the 87th build that we're creating together on this channel, we're going to go ahead and start out by putting this one under that small forward position. Now for that height, we're going to go up to 6'4". As we get to the breakdown of that weight, let's go all the way up to 222. And then as far as for this wingspan today, we're going to go up to 6'11", and this not only gives you agility, but allows you to get a much better reach. So the physicals are where we start in today's build. So for this speed, let's put this all the way up to a 90, and a lot of these numbers are really optional, but you want to maintain that build name today. So as far as when it comes towards this agility, let's put this at a 92. And then as you can see, when it comes towards that strength today, I'm going to go all the way up to an 85. And as you get into the breakdown of the actual vertical, this is something that I think you need to pay attention to as well. We're going to go with a 72. So you're quick, you're nimble, you're tough on this build, everything that you can possibly want. So when it comes towards this finishing, we've got a close shot of a 68. 63 when it comes towards this driving layups today. And then as you can see with this driving dunk, you want to be explosive when attacking the rim, so I'm going to go all the way up to an 83. Now for that standing dunk, I'm going to go all the way up to a 45, and that post control, we're going to leave this at a 35. So pretty much you can score in multiple ways, especially when it comes towards this finishing end. Now shooting wise, you'll be able to be a lights out shooter with a 79 mid-range shot. Now even when it comes towards this 3-pointer, this is optional depending on how high you want to raise this, but for my personal preference, I decided to go ahead and put this all the way up to an 89, and that right there will unlock the best jump shots, releases, and also the bases. And then for this free throw today, let's go all the way up to a 72, and you'll be able to keep the defense honest with this offensive start. So not a bad start when it comes towards what we can do all around. Now when it comes towards the playmaking, you know, your stats at that pass accuracy, we're going to put this up to a 60, 77 for that ball handle today with a 75 speed with ball. And not only are you a scorer, but you're also one of the best playmakers on the court at all times. Now when it comes towards this defensive end, I think this build is ferocious. So coming in with a 94 perimeter defense, that's not only going to set this build apart from most guards, but you can really step up the court when it comes towards this defensive side. So pairing this up with a 96 going to be even better. And I can say when it comes towards these rebounding stats, we're going to go with a 25 for that offensive. And also when it comes towards this defensive, let's go all the way up to a 60. Now for that block, you want to make sure you go all the way up to a 68. And as you can see, pretty much a lot of the badges that we're going to be unlocking today will be at the minimum thresholds depending on if you followed along or changed anything along the way. So I just want to be sure that I lead y'all in the right direction. Now if there's one final area that we need to wrap up, it's going to be this interior defense. Let's go with a 67. And this is pretty much what the build will be looking like once you get it maxed out to 99 overall. So I gotta say I'm pretty happy, especially when it comes towards this defensive side. But of course, we get a total of 4 Hall of Fame badges that are really going to elevate your game, focusing on the ball handling, shooting, and defense with Legend Glove for those steals. So as you can see, we get Glove right here, Interceptor, and we're also going to be able to maintain Strong Handle with Off-Ball Pass. Now, getting into these silver badges and the gold, these are just as important. So we get about 7 gold of them, and that really adds depth to your skills like Interceptor. You're also going to be able to disrupt passes, Deadeye for the shooting. You know, it all comes down to the way that you pay attention on this build. And I would say all of these badges are very important. We get Pick Dodger, Set Shot Specialist, On Ball Menace. We're getting Challenger, Aerial Wizard, Immovable Enforcer with Slippery Off Ball. Now, as far as when we get into these silver badges, we get about 4 of them, but this really unlocks additional versatility, particularly in the shooting and the playmaking. So as you can see right here, we're going to be able to get Shifty Shooter, Lightning Launch, Limitless Range, and also Deadeye. Now, when it comes toward these bronze badges, we get about 9 of them, but this ensures that we're an all-around build and pretty much we have access to all aspects of the game. So we have Ankle Assassin, we're also going to be able to get Handles for Days, Posterizer, we've got Unpluckable with Rebound Chaser, from there we get Half-Line Denier, Float Game, Box Out Beast with Dimer. So I can say from top to bottom, this is not only one of the better all-around builds, but you get one of the best unique names that you can possibly make this year. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. God bless every single one of you. Now, as far as when it comes towards these takeovers, that's going to be another big thing that we need to talk about. So my favorite one personally is going to be any takeover that does get that takeover ability spoiler. Now, as you can see, when it comes towards the ones that we do unlock, we get Fluid Shooter with Gifted Hands, Great Wall, Nuisance, Pickpocket, Spot Up Shooter, 3ND, the Claw, Sniper, Pass, Mirror, Glue, and Fortress. So all of this is going to come down to your personal preference. The best takeovers in which I can recommend to y'all are going to be the ones that give you either a +8 all the way up to a 15. So as you can see, you know, Great Wall is a nice one, getting a +15 put towards that steal. Even when it comes towards Pickpocket, a +8 put towards that perimeter defense and the steal itself. We get a +10 put towards that shooting with Spot Up Shooter. 3ND is another great one. I do like Sniper because of Deep Bomber takeover ability. You know, it's all going to come down to your personal preference. My ones that I would say are going to be the best to pick on this build are going to be Fortress because of the +8 put towards the strength and also that 3-point shot, or even when it comes towards the claw, getting a +15 put towards that steal. Now, it all comes down to your preference and your playstyle. I'm not going to say that there's any wrong options to go with, but for my best interest, I would pick between Sniper and also the claw, or even Great Wall to get a 99 put towards that strength. Now, also when it comes towards these cap breakers, you know, that's something that you really need to take into account. So you can potentially get a 99 plus when it comes towards that 3-point shot, the perimeter defense, steal, strength, and also the agility. So this build really scales beautifully from, you know, the player development, and I can say it's one of the better all-around builds. So if you want to use your cap breakers, the only areas in which I would recommend throwing them towards is going to be this perimeter defense and also the steal. Now, down the road, potentially towards this driving dunk or even more towards that bow handle. But I would say you got to go ahead and throw that first set of 5 cap breakers towards that steal, second towards this perimeter defense, and I'm telling you, we're going to unlock a whole lot of extra badges when it comes towards this defensive side. So I really want to know your thoughts and opinions on this build today. You know, when it comes towards this build, I gotta say you unlock a lot of the upgraded layup styles, the dunk packages, standing dunks, the best jump shots, pro dribble animations, and also some upgraded passing styles. So this is pretty much what the final build is going to be looking like. Let me know if you would make any types of changes and adjustments moving forward. Now let's go ahead and check out these comparisons. And as you can see, this is one of the most effective finishing builds, a lights out shooter, great for playmaking, but with ferocious defense. It's a complete package. And coming up at the 87th build, we've created together on this channel, we got the #1 lockdown defender, the 2A 3-level shot creator. Now, we got that Malice in the Palace Ron Artest comparison, so y'all know that this is one of the most original lockdown defender builds that you can make with that comparison. So I just want to say thank you so much for, you know, everybody who made it to the very end showing your support. I truly appreciate you, the Rich family. So just know that I got another video like this dropping for you tomorrow. You know, if you're looking for a build that can do it all, this is going to be the build for you. So be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button for more elite builds, and let me know in the comments, what do you think or what do you want to see next? Thank you so much for watching. You know, we're going to continue to dominate here on the 2K community with some of the best builds that you can possibly make. So shout out to y'all, the Rich family. And before we get out of here, I just got to say thank God, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. Comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I will definitely be sure to get you back with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.